What would be sick is if we got snowed in for like 4 days and everyone's vlog camera broke except mine. The crazier you guys get, like in the snowstorm, the happier I get. You guys are just eating away at each other and I'm just like, yeah. Gabby, what do? I just put it down. Gabby!
It was a prank. This is the only thing he lives for, is to get a rise out of people.
And everyone was like, this is fake, this is scripted, and it's not. Like none of it is fake, none of it is scripted.
He flew 6 hours to Hawaii to shoot me and leave.
Oh my god, David.
People think that your friends are just acting for the sake of the videos.
Yes.
Actually, everyone is fucking insane. Look out!
Welcome to Psych IRL, my name is Donna. First and foremost, this video is sponsored by Audible. Go to audible.com/psychirl or text psychirl to 500-500 to get a free book, 2 Audible originals, and a free 30-day trial. Oh yeah, and I'm wearing this beanie because I forgot my straightener in the hotel room. So, this is great. Before you David Dobrik stands kill me, I don't necessarily mean manipulation in a bad way. I just mean that he has a certain charm about him that helps him get his way. Some of his friends have even admitted this.
David will never let the night end, and it's pretty funny. He can basically convince anyone to do anything.
So this is a positive video about David Dobrik. Today we're gonna examine the way David Dobrik uses the art of persuasion. So we're gonna need to get into the mind of David Dobrik.
Welcome to David's Vlog!
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have a very positive impression of David's vlogs at first. I thought he was another obnoxious frat boy to say the least. But as I watched his videos more and more, I realized how entertaining and addicting they are. And if you examine them closer, they're actually very carefully crafted and unique. For example, his vlog-styled videos are all 4 minutes and 20 seconds long, which is an obvious marijuana joke. Now, if you're familiar with editing videos, you'll know how challenging it is to fit a narrative in a certain time constraint without ruining the plot. David manages to do this flawlessly. In fact, the fast pacing and short jokes set his content apart from other vlogs on YouTube.
David, would you make out with me?
No.
I would.
Thanks, Karina.
Would you really?
But I'd make out with anybody.
What makes these videos so special is that while other YouTubers are concerned about getting past the 10-minute mark, including myself, for better watch time and extra ads, David sticks to his format, all for the sake of the joke. His vlogs aren't formatted the typical way either. David's claim to fame first started on Vine, where the creator had 7 seconds to make an entertaining video.
You think I can throw this egg into that jar without it cracking? No. Oh shit, you're right.
His current content reflects that, where there's a setup and then a punchline.
Do you have a brother?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He just works out a lot.
Oh, he's a bodybuilder.
No, he's in prison.
You're gonna stay here and see Todd's penis.
Oh,
and then you're gonna report back to us. Alright,
Okay.
Josh, Scott, let's
Do I
go.
really have to do this?
You actually have to show me your penis.
Show me your penis, dude. I have a fucking son. I've fucking seen it all the time. All I know is why it's huge. Why it's this huge. My son's penis is like bigger than mine.
What?
Yeah, why is it?
I don't want to do this anymore.
These bits are then put together to make an entire vlog. Now, over the years, his stunts have grown crazier and crazier. So, how does he get his friends to say yes to them? One of David's biggest powers of persuasion is authority. With over 11 million subscribers and having met several celebrities from mainstream media,
What's your biggest regret in show business?
Really, this?
David has clearly found success. His friends are also in agreement that he is one of the most successful in their friend group. He has become an authority of virality on YouTube. Because of this, his friends trust his judgment on what antics will do well in these online videos. In this bit, for example, David wants his friend Jason to be bitten by a snake.
Do we really need it for the video?
Yeah, we do, because it's like a nice wrapping thing. Because we saw an aggressive snake, and people are gonna be like, "Well, this is foreshadowing someone getting bit," but no one got bit. Bit you,
want
but
blood? There's
see,
blood.
there's no blood.
Okay, we got it.
No,
Let's
no,
go.
no, it's
we got it.
no.
Boy's bleeding.
Great.
Boy's
I
bleeding.
know. It has to be someone that the audience can relate to, who they see every day. And that's
You.
you.
Yeah, you. They love you more.
No, they.
And after some coaxing, Jason does it.
Get it off me!
Oh my.
Get it off, David! David, get it off me! David, please get it off! Please get it off! David, get it off!
Oh my God.
Jay, get the thing off my arm! Get it off my arm! Jay!
Please,
Oh my God.
please,
It's on your
please,
skin.
please,
It's on
Dave.
your skin.
Get it off,
It's on your
David.
skin.
David, get it off.
I don't know.
There is a lot of truth in David's authority. Though he surpasses most of his friends by views and subscribers, them being in his videos have helped propel their numbers upwards. So it's a win-win for both parties. His friends agree to do his crazy ideas, while they get exposed to his new audience driving their own numbers up. In combination with authority, David also uses social proof for persuasion. The principle of social proof is that when one is unsure of what to do in a certain situation, they will look to others for the correct behavior they are supposed to be doing. After a late show and dinner ending at around midnight, the crew has to be up at about 5 a.m. The wisest thing is for them to go to bed, but David does not want the night to end and convinces everyone to stay out.
I don't need to go to bed.
I just can't do it. And then I'll be groggy with my kids tomorrow.
I can buy my own alcohol. Okay. I didn't want to do this, but how many fingers do I have behind my back? And if Scott's gonna guess it, and I'm gonna keep it at 1, right? And if you guess it wrong, Scott, you all have to come for 20 minutes.
17 fingers.
No, how many fingers do I have?
3.
You guys can go.
Dave, I'm coming.
You are? Yeah!
Oh my God. This is my life.
No, it's mutiny.
Todd's going to...
Considering how much authority Dobrik has on the virality of videos, some of his friends choose to leave the bus instead of returning to the hotel. Those who don't really seek viewership for monetary reasons seem to be looking at their colleagues for the correct behavior to model off of. This is why most people leave the bus, despite it being detrimental to them in the long run.
Literally just came out to take a picture.
Oh, you did?
I was not gonna go out. Why are we all going out?
Now, no one knows how much or if his friends are being paid to do some of the stunts in his videos. For the sake of this video, we'll just assume that they do. But what makes them say yes to things outside their job description? Or things that just seem too dangerous to say yes to? Another way Dobrik gets his friends to be involved in his stunts is reciprocity. Essentially, you're more likely to do something for someone if they've done something for you first. That's not as bad as it sounds. Think about it. You wouldn't be friends with someone who always kept asking you for money and favors, and when you ask something of them, they don't return the help. Natalie, Dobrik's assistant, is asked to go on Hollywood Boulevard to play the drums using paint buckets. It's definitely an embarrassing task and not really in her job description as an assistant.
Come on, I want you to go on Hollywood Boulevard and drum on these buckets. You're my assistant, you have to.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'll let you keep 20% of the proceeds.
Whoa. I'm not gonna get onto Hollywood Boulevard and drum on an orange Home Depot bucket.
You think white's better?
Prior to asking her to do the drum task, he had gotten her a car, making her more inclined to say yes to this task. In a more obvious example to reciprocity, some of his friends are paid so that he can surprise them by shooting them with a paintball gun whenever he wants. You can tell David Dobrik has really mastered the art of persuasion, and there are actually books that go into detail of how to master this art. One of my favorites, and it's actually one that has helped me in my life, is called Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. I like it a lot because unlike those other self-help guru books, this is actually based on evidence, scientific evidence. Basically, the book is about the 6 universal principles of persuasion. I went over some in the video, but the book, of course, goes into detail more about them, and it's obviously not as evil as it sounds. You can use it to help you in your life, your relationships, school, businesses. I, for example, use the reciprocity principle to help me work with people that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to work with. So when I had about 300 subscribers on YouTube, I really wanted to work with this bigger psychology channel. Now, obviously, 300 subscribers isn't really anything to offer numbers-wise, but I did have a degree in psychology at that time, and I knew how to edit and produce videos, so I said, you know what, I'll work for you guys for free. So I offered that, and eventually that free work turned into paid work. It's a really good book, and you can listen to it for free by going to audible.com/psychirl or texting psychirl to 500-500. And if for some reason this book doesn't interest you, Audible has the largest selection of audiobooks on the planet. And overall, it's just an easy way to learn something. You can listen to an audiobook while you're in traffic, doing laundry, or doing whatever. But honestly, a big thank you to the people at Audible for supporting a small channel such as mine. The final principle of persuasion David uses is likability. We tend to listen to people that carry qualities we like. If you think about your own friends or people that hang out together, they're all very similar. David's friends are the same way. I would go even as far to say the viewers he attracts are somewhat similar to him. To best illustrate this principle of persuasion, let's look at someone who creates similar content to David, but is perceived by the YouTube community as unlikable. Jake Paul had a similar start to Dobrik on the platform, beginning his career on Vine as well as transitioning onto YouTube.
Oh, you touched it last, you gotta put it away now.
Some of his content involves him pranking many of his friends.
What the hell are you doing? Good morning, honey.
David, of course, does the same.
Taste it just says it's okay.
But Paul is perceived as a villain, while Dobrik is perceived as entertaining. In my opinion, a lot of this is attributed to the principle of likability. Dobrik has the quality of humbleness about him, while Paul does not. In addition, the cast on both channels are very different. Paul has gathered social media influencers under one roof whom he sees potential growth. This means it started off as a business relationship. So there isn't that likability that happens naturally between friends. This is why I think you see a number of crew members leaving the Team 10 house. Dobrik's crew members met when they were all still struggling to grow on Vine. They became friends because of a shared interest, rather than a business relationship. And friendships, of course, are built on the back of likability. Because of this, Dobrik has the persuasion of likability, while Paul does not. Persuasion is a powerful tool some people seem to naturally have. Many take it as an evil, manipulative practice used for ill intent, but it doesn't have to be. Dobrik has used it to boost himself and his friends up while entertaining the viewers as well. Okay, David Dobrik stands, see, that wasn't so bad. This video was entirely positive. So please, don't kill me. This video was actually suggested to me by Josh Belda. He says that David Dobrik has sociopathic tendencies, but I'm not so sure about that. From what I've seen in these videos, I just feel like he's really great at persuading people. You know, ultimately it's YouTube. A lot of people put on this character of, ooh, do anything for the views and all that. So I don't know about sociopath. That's the end of the video. What do you guys think? Do you think David Dobrik's a sociopath? And have you used these principles in your life before? I will see you guys next time. Hopefully I find my straightener by then, or maybe I get a new one. Stay psyched.